Hello everybody, this is JT Productions and welcome back to another preview and prediction video. Today I'll be doing one on the University of Texas San Antonio Roadrunners. Last season it seemed like UTSA came out of nowhere, going 12-2, 8-1 in Conference USA, and their second loss being against San Diego State in the Frisco Bowl. Frisco Bowl. Their other loss came at the end of the season against North Texas and what looked like a big upset by North Texas. They have a lot coming back, especially their quarterback in Frank Harris. He's a redshirt senior this year. He should be a big part of their success this year. Now let's see what my notes say about him. Jeff Traylor is in his third season at UTSA. Question is, like I said, will they do as well as they did last year, or will they become complacent and be a one-year wonder? That's the big question with UTSA. They got some transfers in from the transfer portal this past offseason. Running back Ty Edwards from Hutchinson Community College JUCO transfer. Wide receiver Chris Carpenter from Colorado. Offensive tackle Payne Hebert from Northwestern. Offensive guard Vinley Tatafu from Independence Community College, another JUCO. Defensive end Zach Cossey from Jones College, another JUCO. Defensive end Chase Davis from Nevada. Linebacker Martavius French from Hutchinson Community College, another JUCO. Safety Pig Cage from LSU. And defensive back Zay Frazier from Kentucky. So, like a lot of these teams who got a bunch of transfers, a lot of quality of life transfers. There were no notable losses that I can think of on their team from last year. They got the quarterback back. They have a senior running back. They have a transfer running back in. I just have a feeling that there was a wide receiver that I just can't think of that they lost. I know I maybe think of Western Kentucky, but anyways, solid team. A lot of veterans on the offense and the defense. Their whole projected starting wide receiver core seniors. Their backfield is seniors, tight ends, redshirt junior, offensive line, they're redshirt seniors or redshirt juniors. Pretty good in the offensive line. Defensively, you have some younger guys, but mostly you have seniors and juniors. So, let's look and see what I think that they're going to do this year. Are they going to replicate their success from last year? Well, we'll see how they do in Week 1 against Houston. Houston, a very good American team. They were in the American Championship last year, and I think the year before last. I think they won it 2 years ago. But they're in the Alamo Dome. I want to say Adama Dome every time, but this is going to be a very good game, very physical. Both teams are going to want to run the ball, but I think with the quarterback caliber that UTSA has, I think that they upset Houston at home behind Frank Harris. Then you have two back-to-back road games, one at Army and West Point, and then the other at Texas and Austin. Both of these are not going to be gimmies. Army, I think you have a better chance of beating Army than you are Texas. It's just hard to beat a team like Army. It's going to be a close game in my opinion. But I think Army gives you your first loss in the year. Going into the Texas game, you're 1-1. You have back-to-back road games. It's hard to win both. It's hard to win either of them, especially at this caliber. I don't think you're going to be able to keep up with second-year Sarkisian offense, so I gave you another loss here. You're 1-2 before you host Texas Southern. You should get that win easily before going on the road to conference play, going to Middle Tennessee State. This is going to be a good game. Middle Tennessee State is one of the upper echelon Conference USA teams, but I think you get it done. You're under your third-year head coach. You're going to be on a mission to win the Conference USA. So I think you get a win here. before coming back home to play Western Kentucky. Western Kentucky is going to be a shell of their former self this season. You'll get the win easily, in my opinion. They don't have the horses to keep up with you. Then you go on the road to Miami to Florida International. You should get that win. Florida International is a below-average Conference USA team, in my opinion, which that's pretty bad in the grand scheme of FBS football. So I got you winning there. You're 5-2 before you play North Texas. North Texas was the team that beat you last year on the ground. I have a feeling that Jeff Traylor is going to be pounding on the film from last season when they ran all over you to kind of prepare for this game. So it's going to be a tough game no matter what. North Texas, they seem like the Tulane of the Conference USA, a team that can come out of nowhere and beat you. But I got you getting the win at home before going into your bye week. You go into your bye week 6-2 and having a well-deserved off game before your last 4 games. Coming out of the bye week, you play at UAB. They're going to be a respectable Conference USA team. UAB, they're going to be hard to beat. I'll give you that. But I'm a believer in UTSA this year in Conference USA. I think that you get the win in Birmingham. Then you come back home to play Louisiana Tech. A couple of years ago, Louisiana Tech was a good football team. However, they've kind of been on a downturn these last couple of years. So I think we get the win. I would not sleep on them, though. They've historically been a pretty good team, but I don't know what's going on with them lately. Then you go on the road to Rice in Houston at 8-2, and I think you should get this win. Rice, they're on the rise, I would say, but you should get the win. Then you come back home for your rivalry game against the University of Texas, El Paso. And I think you get the win. I think UTSA right now is just a better football team than UTEP. Now, anything can happen. I could see it's hard to predict these Group of 5 schools, especially not really knowing. A lot of the depth charts are kind of half done for more of the obscure ones. However, I do have a feeling you're going to be pretty good this year, just like you were last year. I have you going 10-2 and having a spot most likely in the Conference USA Championship, facing, who knows, you could face North Texas, you could face UTEP, UAB, any of those teams. So anyways, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed, and more of these are going to be coming out before week 0, which I believe is August 20-something, 27th, something like that. 26th, 27th. Anyways, thank you all so much for watching. Hope you all enjoyed, and have a great day. Go Dogs.